Welcome to retiring in Japan for the 18th day of August 2025. My first day back at radio exercise. I took the whole week off last week. It was a Obon holiday. I'm going to call it the excuse of Obon Yasumi. Yasumi means holiday. Obon Yasumi no Yasumi. Obon holiday. It's garbage day. Hopefully these clouds will stick because, man, the heat is killing me. Himiko asked me as I was heading out the door if I'm up to it. I think I am. I want to do a full day of work today. I mean, it's a minor thing, right? It just doesn't feel so minor sometimes. It's interesting. That's interesting, isn't it? How perspective always changes, right? It's all relative. Einstein was right. It's all relative, right? What's big and significant. I mean, 10 years ago when I was, 12 years ago, 15 years ago when I was working here, this go to radio exercise or not to radio exercise would have been a minor point. It would have been a non-point because I had so many other bigger constellation galaxy size issues issues to attend to. But here the decision to radio exercise or not to radio exercise is something significant. You know what's the same way? I'm watching that Ted Danson show on Netflix with Himiko right now. The Man on the Inside, where he's a retired guy. Ted Danson plays an old retired guy playing detective in a retirement home. And all of the intrigue that's going on inside the walls of that retirement home, it's all big news. You know, they're not talking about politics or all that other stuff. They're talking about, you know, what's the latest gossip from the lunchroom. It's all relative. Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of quiet down, get up there, do my radio exercise, get back and start a full day of work. Come and join me if you want. Okay, I just completed Radio Taiso and I had a real revelation while I was walking up there. It went really well. The whole gang was really nice. They welcomed me back. Everybody was worried about me. They gave me some senbei. You know, here's the revelation. It was, I got to keep this up. I got to keep going. I'm walking up right along here, a little further up, and I met a businessman walking the other way with his garbage in his hand because the garbage place is there. It's garbage day. And he had a suit on. He was shuffling off, going to the train station, and dump his trash off. And he had a no-nonsense look on his face. And I was wondering, is that it? Because this thing, I didn't show up. Now, ostensibly, I'm saying I didn't go to radio exercise last week because it was so damn hot. But there was something else. And I think that something else might be that's also the week last week that my resurgence of my working ethic came back. Like, I'm a working man. I'm not a retired man. Working man doesn't go to radio. There's no working man at the radio exercise in the morning. This is all the old retired people. Maybe my mind had kind of switched off from being a part of that club. Oh, look, she's got lots of emotion today. Good stuff. I wonder if that's it. I wonder if I switched off. I gotta explore this thought a little bit. But now it's time to get home and finish my uploads and take the dogs for a walk, have breakfast, and start my working day. And I feel good. It's all about the work. It's all about the work. Because I don't know anything. I don't know any better. Too many spider webs back there. I don't have a stick to break them with. I don't have to worry about the garden. Kind of just, we're all beginning to forget about the garden altogether. There's a stick right there I could use. I need to get this spider web right there. Coat hanger out of the yuzu tree. There's a stick right there. Kaidi. Tadaima. Always got it backwards. spider webs all through here. I'll use this stick as the spider breaking stick. Interesting how I'm almost ready to give up on the garden. You know, it was a good effort. I took back the ground. I took back the garden, the land, and I tamed it for a season. Didn't do much with it, but I tamed it. Maybe that's enough. Softypapa here from the Softypapa store with another Japan treasure. This is a ceramic statue of Tanuki-san. Tanukis are raccoon dogs. They're little creatures that inhabit woodland areas like the bamboo forest behind my house and the meadow behind my house here. I regularly see a pair of Tanuki crossing the meadow right there. They'll stop if they hear me here on the patio. They'll stop and give me a look, and they look really a lot like this. Their faces are very similar. But these statues have a meaning. Okay, they tell a story. That story is thus. You can see the ledger right there. There's a little ledger of creditors. This is the people that the Tanuki owes money to. Part of the reason the Tanuki owes money is that it drinks too much. There's a bottle of sake right there. Part of the reason Tanuki-san has such a big pot belly is because he drinks too much. How do we know it's a he? We'll take a look at them things right there. So the enormous testicles and the small diminutive little penis tell a story as well. All together, taken all together, what we're seeing here is that it's a warning. If you drink too much, you're going to have a pot belly, you're going to be in debt, you're going to want to have sex, witness the enormous testicles, but you won't be able to perform the small, tiny little penis. Japanese people like to place these statues at the entrances of their home, and I like to imagine that it's done so as a cautionary reminder to the husband of the house who heads out to go to work every day to, if you go out drinking with the guys, don't overdo it, or you'll wind up like Tanuki-san. It's very common to see these statues at the entrance of the houses, or even bigger statues standing right at the front of on the outside. This statue dates from the mid-Showa period, so let's say probably the 50s or the 60s, maybe the 70s. I don't really know. I had the antique dealer I bought this from kind of estimate the date for me. It's in very good condition. I don't see any cracks. No really chips to speak of. Maybe a little tiny chip right there. You can see right there. Sorry for my face there. Some little marks, a little mark right there. Overall, I think it's been standing on someone's, probably on the genkan, the entranceway, just on the little alcove above there for a long time. Let's take a closer look. You can get a kind of a better view here. There's a little mark right there. Let's go zoom in with macro. At first, I thought there was a little scuff mark on the nose, but I don't think it is. It just seems to be the way the light kind of comes off of it. Boy, I can't tell you how much that really looks like Tanuki-san. That's exactly how they look, without the hat, of course. It's got a nice hat, just kind of like a little, I don't think that's a scratch or anything right there. Maybe just a little scuff mark. It's got a couple of those. But it's in good shape. I really like it. This is the kind I would have in my own house. I do have one like this. Although it's a more stylized piece. It's very heavy. By the way, free shipping on all products purchased in the Softypapa store. That's just like maybe a little paint drop, maybe hand-painted item. Maybe dripped a little paint, left it on there. I think this would make a nice addition to someone's collection, or maybe you could put this at the entrance of your house, maybe to remind the residents of the house to be a little more careful when they're going out on a night of drinking. I already gave you the date. We already took a look at the condition. Here's a couple photos. Drop on down to the description and look for that link if you want to buy it. If it's already sold, have a look around. Maybe you'll find something else you like. Thanks for dropping by. Here's the photos. So on this little stretch of road here, we always encounter interesting wildlife. In this case, giant hornets, and there's 2 dead right here. It's like the third one. We saw one yesterday too. Here, have a look. Watch out, Ruby. That encounter there interrupted an interesting conversation with Yumiko about, we're talking about, she asked me how the morning exercise went, and I explained it to her, and Yumiko offers great advice, and I was telling her how this battle between work and this attempt at learning how to be leisurely, this struggle all the time I shoot. She was cautioning me to make sure that I learn the importance of balance, as she said, between the two. You know, one of the biggest difficulties of trying to continue my vlogging now that I'm working again is to remember to vlog. I just get wrapped up the day. I clock in, ka-ching, woo, the whistle blows, and I get rolling, and it's midday, and I've already finished packing and shipping and listing and everything, and I need to go to 7-Eleven first to get some money, and I'll get my coffee. Then I'll go to the post office, and then we'll go to the tea factory. But let's go. Rudy's getting really used to it. He totally chilling. He's chilling. He's chilling. Yeah, good boy. All right, let's go get some coffee and some money in reverse order. Back in a minute, Rudy. I'm gonna take a gamble that I think there's enough money in the account, because I move it over, like I stage it from the US dollars into the yen, but I only do that just enough for I just don't do it. I just don't move a whole lot over there. I think there's enough. Let's try it.
Welcome.
Somebody left their wallet over there. They just came over while I was filming the coffee, asking me, "Did you leave your wallet over there?" And I go, "What? Did I?" Yeah. So remember, I had that incident the other day. I think a guy was trying to steal from the store. The employee was, and then we just have this ultimate honesty here. Please enjoy. Here's my coffee. Ready to enjoy. Definitely, the bite is not as bad as it was just last week. Oh my gosh, last week was a killer. Look at that nice little field over there. Yeah, definitely better today. Is it Rudy? Hi, Rudy. Let's have coffee. Okay, I just parked the car over there. It turns out the tea factory has a parking lot. I've been parking in front of their shop for a long time, not realizing that's not the right place to do. But now I'm all sorted out, step by step, you know, finding my way, softening into the routine of whatever life, you know. I choose to live here. And here's the tea factory. Let's go pick up an order. Of course, I didn't get anything down to the post office. First shipment's out. I might do a second shipment today. Lunch at the udon place. Yumiko and I are stopping for a little ice cream at Family Mart. But look at this truck. Vanilla. That's cute. I'm as predictable as August. What'd you get? Okay, big news. So I think I mentioned it already earlier. It's been just a whirlwind day with all the listings I've been doing and just did a lot of stuff. And Yumiko and I were taking care of stuff. But anyway, the big news, as I think I already reported, was that the tariffs that are going into place in the United States are going to have a big impact on my business. Namely, my ability to service customers in the United States, which I'm basically not going to be able to do. So, I mean, no customer is going to tolerate an $80 fee to receive their package, as will be going into place for packages in the United States. Anything arriving after the 29th of August, starting at midnight. So, the heck with that. I'm not putting my customers through that. So, I've just shut it down. That leaves me scrambling because I've got orders that I need to fulfill, and that's only 11 days away. And my normal standard shipment via small packet delivery airmail, standard delivery time is 10 to 14 days. I've got 11 days, so that means I have to bump everything up to EMS. I'm gonna have to eat the cost on that because remember, I'm a free shipping house, so you know EMS is very expensive, but it should get there in time. And I already went and closed my eBay store. And I took my fourth wall store and I excluded the United States, a move that I would never have imagined in 100 years that I would be excluding the United States from as a venue for my operations. And I'll be sending out a message of explanation a little later. Big thanks to Jason over, I hope he doesn't mind me shouting him out, over at Napa, Japan, a friend of mine on the X platform, who also is he has his own website. He's got a very mature and robust site. If you want Japanese snacks, go see Jason's site, Napa, Japan. Thank you, Jason, for reaching out to me to let me know about this. I didn't see this coming, and also offer some sage and sound words of advice and guidance about your own plans moving forward. It sounds like you got as a more mature business operator, you've got more options than I do at this point. So I'm just going to basically, use a big old stick and just knock the United States off of my customer list, at least for now. Now I'm going to continue working. This is ask a couple of questions now. What am I going to do with myself, right? Because if you follow this series, part of what I'm doing this for is to have something to do, because retirement isn't working out very good, and going back into business is going to be my thing. Now, it doesn't mean I can't continue to do that. So, in fact, I can continue to, there's no more listings on eBay. I took them all offline. I can continue to build my inventory and listings, my antiques and inventory items over on eBay, and just, with the idea of setting course, rigging the ship, securing all the hatches and setting course for a better day. Maybe 3 years down the road, maybe things will change, or maybe the Trump administration will not go through with these tariffs, or change them, or mitigate them, or maybe come February, when they have these initial $80 lump charge will expire, and they'll go down to the standard tariff shipping, which I think is going to, I don't know what it is. So I can continue working. Begs the question though, do I want to? Because I have been wondering in my mind, are there other things I can do? I mean, it's not like I'm going to give up this altogether, but I can instead of not doing it anymore, I can just switch the percentage of engagement. I mean, Eric Berg over, Eric Surf 6, he sent me a message, left a comment yesterday on a video. It was over on Facebook, suggesting to me, Kurt, why don't you get back out into the wilderness? Eric, the season's coming. Maybe it's time to do that. Just keep the store, keep that going, but instead of spending my time Monday through Friday being a businessman, maybe I should spend a portion of that time doing business and a bigger portion of that time doing adventure. Love to hear your thoughts and comments. Now let's get home and feed my wife. She had a big day too. She's exhausted, so I came to Sukia to get us both dinner. Would you look at that? There's a horse flying in the car. These are nasty. I call Abu. Nasty creature. It's a wonder of art and wonder of nature, of course. But don't bite that. I'll take a big chunk of skin out of you. Let's open that door and get you out of there. Go, get out. Go, Mr. Horse. There you go. Don't come around and bite me.